It's 3 a.m. in a campaign office. The polling data shows a steady decline, a trend traditional outreach has failed to reverse. For decades, the standard strategy has been to slice the electorate into isolated demographic buckets, categorizing people by age, race, or income, and then bombarding them with generic, focus-grouped messaging. But voters have developed a high resistance to these tactics. The public is fatigued by a cycle of divisive rhetoric and the feeling of being treated as a data point rather than a person. This reliance on intellectual persuasion and cold data has left a vacuum in modern politics. Campaigns are talking to spreadsheets while losing touch with the actual emotional pulse of the community. A campaign in this position realizes they don't need a more polished speech. They need a way to bypass the cognitive filters of a cynical audience. This is where Sonic Dems enters the picture, a technological shift that moves political strategy away from delivering messages and towards engineering physiological resonance. This diagram illustrates the core process. Artificial intelligence identifies the cultural markers of a district, which are then morphed into a continuous, unifying sound wave. The objective is synchronization. Instead of winning an argument, the goal is to align the emotional wavelengths of a crowd, creating a shared physical state that makes collective action feel instinctive. The architecture of this movement begins with a massive, localized data ingestion phase. The system processes 50 years of the district's local music, regional street dialogue, and archival recordings of community gatherings. The AI maps these elements, the specific cadences of local speech, and the chord progressions found in neighborhood churches and clubs into a set of quantifiable acoustic values. This isn't the creation of a campaign jingle. The system is extracting the specific rhythmic and harmonic patterns that have historically defined the community's identity. Inside the Sound Lab, these inputs are refined into a singular sonic signature, designed for maximum physiological impact. The first adjustment is the foundation. The track is set to 432 Hz, a frequency often used to encourage a state of physical relaxation and receptivity. Next, the tempo is locked at 60 beats per minute. This rhythm aligns with the average human heart rate at rest, which can induce a sense of calm, focused determination. Finally, the AI overlays local timbres, in this case, regional brass band instrumentation. This triggers a subconscious response of familiarity, making a new political anthem feel like a lifelong memory. This layered processing creates an acoustic trigger for the autonomic nervous system. By the time the track is finished, it is calibrated to physically synchronize everyone in the room. During a massive evening rally, the campaign deploys the frequency. There is no opening speech, only a physical shockwave of sound that radiates from the stage into the crowd. As the frequency washes over the square, the typical polite applause of a political event is replaced by thousands of people moving in unison, physically responding to the shared rhythm. The deployment turns a collection of individuals into a single, synchronized unit, bound together by the physical sensation of the sound. The impact is immediate. An elderly woman in the crowd feels a rhythm she recognizes from her own street. A teenager finds a beat that feels modern yet familiar. This resonance replaces internal demographic division with a singular physical consensus. People are no longer voting as age groups or zip codes, but as a unified community. That physical consensus translates into digital momentum. Attendees immediately share recordings of the event, and within hours, the campaign records hundreds of new volunteer signups from people who felt the experience was too significant to ignore. This conversion of emotional energy into active participation drove the final numbers. Polling showed a 40-point climb in approval ratings, leading to a landslide electoral victory. The technology provides a measurable method for mass mobilization, turning the abstract feeling of a community into a concrete political outcome. As the candidate takes office at the Capitol, the experiment in District 7 offers a glimpse into a new era of national politics. The results suggest a shift away from the micro-targeting of individuals and toward the harmonization of entire communities. The campaigns of the future may find success not by manufacturing a message from the top down, but by amplifying the existing frequency of the community itself, making the resulting political movement nearly impossible to stop.